everybody, CW here. I want to show you a couple of my favorite Marlins. I've been a Marlin nut since I was a kid. My very first Marlin introduction was with my cousin hunting season. I was just a kid. This cousin is about he's probably almost 20 years, about 17 years older than I am. And so he was a young adult, and I was just a kid, maybe 14 years old, 13 years old. One of the first hunting seasons that I was able to go up with the boys and, hunt and shoot and do things. And he showed up carrying that Marlin. It was a 336 35 Remington, but I think it was the conventional model. I don't think it was a Texan. I think it was a regular conventional model with the two clamps, the long barrel tube, long magazine tube. I think he had it scoped, and boy, that rifle just really imprinted on me. I looked at that thing and I was just in love right away. That rifle just epitomized deer hunting for me. It really, really imprinted hard on me, and it took me a lot of years before I was able to get one. My father was staunch 308, 308, 308, 308. That was all you wanted. That was all you needed. My grandfather was 3006, 3006, 3006, and that's all you needed. Although the first rifle that I ever used was an 8mm Mauser from my grandfather that he brought home and had sporterized. And I shot my first deer with that rifle. My first rifle deer with that rifle. But it was probably a good 10 years later when I got my first 35 Rem Marlin lever. And it wasn't this gun, although it was almost identical. I bought this gun as a replacement to that first 35 Rem that I had to sell around 2000. I sold a good part of my gun collection that year, and that was one of the ones that had to go. So I had this one after that. So I'm going to say early 2000s, couple 5 years later, I found this one, and I think I get confused. We'll open them up. I know you can't see them. They're all in cases here. These are both the same model, different calibers. This is a 30-30. This is a 35 Rem. And I don't remember if this one is older than the one I had, or this one is newer than the one I had. But let's start out with the 30-30. This one here was owned by a friend of mine, and he knew I was looking for this particular model. This is not a regular 336 that you see. This is the CS, I believe. No, SC. I don't know, we'll see on the barrel. These are very early ones, very early guns. They called these this one here is tapped. I thought this was a waffle top, but it's not. It's a little bit newer than that. But it is still the same model as the 35 Rem. And it is a New Haven gun. Let's see if I can zoom you in so that you can see these markings on the barrel better. Zoom you way in here, and we'll start over here. There's a little bit of oil or grease on it. And there we go. A Marlin Firearms Company, New Haven, Connecticut. Established, I can't read it, 18 something. And it's 30-30 caliber. And there it is. Model 336 SC. So this is SC. It's a sporting carbine. And their claim to fame was the short mag tube, like you see here. It lacked the second barrel band, just had a barrel clamp, which didn't encircle the barrel, and a short magazine tube. And this is ones that I really liked. Now this one here, someone has taken the belly out of the forend. This forend used to hang way down, probably about that far, like this one does. You'll see it in a few minutes here. And they decided to take it off, and I actually love the feel. It actually gives it a totally different feel, and it's really, really nice. The action, as you'd expect, is really nice and smooth. The serial number on this one is a K with 4 digits. So we'll look it up here, and I'll see if I can throw in some pictures. I do have the Brophy book, although I didn't bring it down here to the gun room. But we'll look at it. But the earliest ones weren't drilled and tapped, and this one, of course, is drilled and tapped. But you can see it's just a matte finish. It's used. It's got some scratches in it. You know, it's not a pristine gun, but it's got the early hammer on it, this hammer should be on the waffle tops. So it's probably a transitional gun, meaning it's one of the first ones with drilled and tapped, and they all had the drill and tap on the side. And this is a Lyman peep with a brass insert, which they thought was supposed to brighten it up so that you could see better. And the front has got a big ivory bead. That's a Lyman front sight as well. And 30-30. Really nice gun. This one has taken a few deer for me. I don't use it very much anymore. It pretty much stays in the safe, but it's a favorite. It'll always be a favorite. And the second one here is the same gun, just a little bit earlier, in 35 Rem. And like I said, this to me is the epitome of a deer rifle for eastern United States, close range, shorter range. And I like these socks a lot. They keep down the hickeys you get in the gun safe with knocking guns into each other. As long as I've got no scopes, I use these sleeves, so all my shotguns get it, and they make a big difference on protecting the gun. So there we go. Here's this one, and this one's got a G prefix with an extra digit. So this one's got 5 digits with a G. And it's also got a Lyman. It doesn't have the brass insert, but this is what's called the waffle top. Not drilled and tapped. And it's an early gun. I'll zoom in here, and I'll show you the barrel stamping on this one. It's the same as the other one. The Marlin Firearms Company, established 1870. I should have known that. And back over here to the left, New Haven, Connecticut. So you can see the other one had it on one line. This one's got it on 2. And then same model, 336 SC, caliber 35 Remington. And that's it. You can see the stocks. You're a little bit too close to take it in. I'll keep you close, but not as close. And they weren't really ever super nice wood, just nice wood, you know, nice walnut wood. And you can see the belly here that one there doesn't have. Took it off. Now I have another one of these forends, and I've often thought of removing the belly so that both of these are the same, and then keeping this as factory. You can see some of the fit is not great on these early guns. But again, the action is just as smooth as can be. And this one is taking a few more deer for me. And here's what I mean about the early hammer. So it's got the same hammer in it. And this was a G, did I say? What is this? K. Yeah, this is a K. And this one is a G. So we'll look it up. Again, 3/4 mag tube, same. This one's got a little bit different front sight on it. This is actually, wow, this is actually a 1022 front sight. I don't know why I have that on there. Obviously it's working. That's what it's sighted in with. But I really wanted to show these two. I've had a bunch of my old Marlins out, and I actually had to sell off a couple of them. Make things work with our situation here, but that's what I bought them for. You know, they're I had a little bit of a talk with Jamie this morning, and I hate doing it, but you know, they're possessions. They're not people, and I always said that I could sell off whatever I could replace or do without. So these are staying, and the other ones went. And I wanted to share them with you guys because you know, they're kind of special to me, and I thought you would really appreciate them. The miles on these, it's not silver, you know, it's not total bluing wear off, but you can see this one's got a little more wear and use than the 3030 did. It's got some good chunkers taken here out of the buttstock back here. But it happened a long time ago because it's all rounded. So it probably was before I even got the gun. But these sights are really nice. These in the early red fields are the ones to have. And I like to get sight blanks in the dovetails. And then the Marlin bullseye, of course, and the Marlin butt plate. They're in really nice shape for what they are. And there we go. Let's roll in some pictures. And there you go. Thought I would share them with you guys because I had them out and wanted to wipe them down, put them back in the safe for another day. I hope you enjoyed them. They're great guns. God bless everyone. CWO.